with us from Tampa, Florida.
Yes.
And she is joining us to share with us today a little bit about her background. So, Kathy, share with us some things about, your background, how you got started, and what it is that you do.
All right. Well, thanks for having me, first of all.
You are welcome.
Thank you. All right. So, how everything first started for me was about 3 years ago, back when I was in Fort Myers. I was a stay home mom, and I was homeschooling as well, both of my boys. And I wanted to be able to, I was already bored of pretty much being home, stay home mom. I wanted to work and, help my husband out.
Hmm.
So I always had the talent of drawing when I was growing up. So from there, while I was in Fort Myers, I discovered that I was able to paint. So there,
Whoa.
yes, I discovered it, which I'm like, oh, I have another talent.
Yeah.
So there, so I started painting there, and I was self-taught. So I started watching YouTube tutorials. I started just surfing the net and getting um, as much knowledge as I possibly could because I could not afford school. So I started painting, and there I started posting my paintings on my website, not
Okay.
website, on my Facebook page, and people started requesting, painting. So I started painting, and I started getting clients. So I mean that was really good. And from there we moved to here to Tampa, and I put my boys in a school, in a private school, and I was able to be at the same school that my boys were going to. So I started working there, and there, with my painting, I want to mention that I was a art teacher and Spanish teacher at that private school that I was at. So from there, I got two more clients, and I was able to design their book covers. So there were two authors, and I designed their book covers there. And then um, circumstances took us to another private school a few years later, where
Okay.
I'm still at, and I love. Okay. So, but in this place, I work at three different locations. I work for the church, the college, and the academy.
Oh, wow.
So,
Okay.
so there is where my interest for graphic design pretty much just expanded, because well, I had no choice. They kind of like pushed me into like, hey, are you able to do the posters and the little advertisements for the school, the college, or the church? I'm like, okay. So anyway, so, so it took me to it actually pushed me into that graphic design, which it's a world that I love. It's like a world of endless possibilities.
Yes.
So yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. So from there, I actually I started doing self teaching myself, self-taught, yeah, self-taught.
Self-taught.
So I started again going to YouTube, because YouTube is like amazing. All right, so I went to YouTube again, the web, and I started getting as much information as I possibly could. And from there, well, I started designing, and I mean, the designs were actually pretty.
Good.
Wow, I could actually do that. So
But
I
that takes a lot of discipline and motivation because it's not like YouTube puts things in linear order for
no.
learning. So that takes a lot
Yeah,
of
so
effort.
I was probably doing like advanced YouTube videos, and I didn't even know. But I mean,
Okay.
it, it helped me. I'm like, I didn't know. I just did it. So so okay, so I started doing their posts, and I started like posting on my website as well. And that's where Impact Design was actually born, from this job that I'm in now.
Mhm.
It was like type of like I didn't have a choice to where
Mhm.
I am now, but I love it. I love that I was put in that position because it created Impact Design, you know,
Right.
and and now I do advertisement. You know, I have clients, and I do their advertisements for their companies. I do their websites, their logos, their video editing, their branding, which I do branding for them as well. Um, but my favorite would be um, advertisements. That is definitely my favorite thing to do.
So why ads? Why ads?
Why ads? Okay.
Uh-huh.
So the reason I love advertisements is because I love when the clients just give me their ideas, and
Mhm.
then I'm able to create something like an advertisement that they could post, and then they could get so much attention from just that one advertisement, and they could get so many clients just for something that was just created like in a matter of maybe 10 minutes. Or
Right.
it's like, wow, like such big impact could happen with something that's just so, it could be insignificant for others, but for that client it was like life changing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that brings so much intrinsic value to you, warm fuzzies all day long when you can do that
Hmm.
and have that vision to be able to see, what they really need. And I'm sure that attracts the people that they need to build their client base. So you're doing a service for them.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so let me see. Describe your typical day.
Okay, my typical day is a very busy day. 24 hours is not enough time.
Yeah, because you're like at three locations working at your job, and then you have your business clients, and then you have your family, your boys, and
Yes.
husband.
Oh Lord Jesus, take the wheel. But yes, I am very busy. So from the moment I get up to the moment I go to bed, I am nonstop. Okay, you would think I'll be like skin and bones, but I'm not. I like it. It's okay. This girl can eat. Okay. So, anyways, so by the time I get up, I have a little bit of a family time, which is breakfast before I go to work, and then I go to work, come back home, have a little more family time, and then I am straight back to working for my clients. And
Okay.
then from there, I go to bed, and it repeats itself again.
So yeah, that's a day. That's
It's
a day.
exhausting. I love it.
Yeah. So what else did I want to ask you? Oh, so your impact design took off. Okay.
Yes.
So how do you find those dream clients? For it to take off like that, what happened? What put the wheels in motion?
Okay, so pretty much since I work for three different locations, it has been pretty much very easy for me because I know a lot of people. And since they have been able to see what I've already created for the school, the church, the
Oh
college,
yeah.
they're like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I like that. I'm like, oh, okay,
Mm-hmm.
well, guess what? I could do some for you too. And there you go. I have some more clients, and it's usually by
Okay.
word of mouth, and then
Mm-hmm.
other clients have come through advertisements through my Facebook.
There's so much sustainability in word of mouth, client retention. I'm sorry. Um, some of my best clients gave me years and years of work, upwards of 5 to 6 years of repeated work when it came through referrals.
Mhm.
So that is a great way to launch. Um, so let's talk about the website work for a minute.
Okay.
So, in building websites, have you found this common thing or common thread amongst your clients where they really need something, but they're not aware of it?
Yeah.
Um, so, describe a situation or that common thread that you find with your website clients.
Okay, so I've basically done a lot of not well, not a lot, several websites for schools.
Okay.
So what I've noticed is that well, what I brought to the table was something completely unique that I've never seen anywhere else. Well, not here in Tampa, at least. I haven't investigated other states, but
Okay.
what I brought to the table is like for teachers. You know, usually when you go into a website, it just talks about the school and what the school offers, but the teachers don't have their own voice pretty much or their own
Oh yeah.
platform within their school website. So what I'm doing for the teachers is that I'm giving them their voice,
Okay.
their own space within the website, and they have actually loved that. That's
Oh yeah, I can see how empowering that would be.
yes.
And the fact that the schools really just grabbed that by the horns and ran with it. That is a good thing for them. That's a lot of added value because
Yes.
sometimes as parents, when you're considering a school to send your child to, all you have is maybe a picture of a teacher and the
Mhm.
name. You
I
don't
know.
know anything. So if you give them a voice, that's pretty much an ability for the teacher, well, an ability for the parent to be able to see if this teacher would be a good fit for their child.
That's
So
right.
yeah, that's kudos.
You. Thank you.
So I want to know, how can we get in touch with you when people are looking for this type of work? Because I'm sure there's folks who are affiliated with schools, since you specialize in schools as well. How can we reach you?
Well, you guys could contact me through my Facebook group, which is you could as either Impact Design or facebook.com/davcat8681, or you can send me an email through my Gmail account, which is kathyimpactdesign@gmail.com.
All right. Well, Kathy, I have loved the energy you have brought to the show today. And
Yeah.
it's been such a pleasure getting to know you. And I encourage you to, reach out to some of the people in the group, post in the group, because now that they've gotten to know you, they are going to want to chat it up with you like myself.
Of course, I'm
So
here.
you're here. Okay. All right. So we'll be chatting with Kathy inside the Facebook group. And again, thank you so much for being on the show.
Well, thank you for having me. It was so much fun today.
I agree. It was loads of fun.
Yes, it was.